I've talked to a lot of people who swear they saved a buck by grabbing the cheapest carpet extractor they could find on a sale rack. The reality? Those budget machines usually leave a half-dry mess, sputter when the water heats up, or just give up halfway through a big spill. The regret shows up when you're standing over a wet carpet, watching the liquid pool instead of disappearing. So the question on everyone's mind is whether the Sandia Extractor, hot and cold water carpet cleaner, feels like the smarter buy instead of that cheap disappointment. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's dig into why this particular unit might actually be worth the extra cash. First-time buyers of a carpet extractor are often torn between two fears: spending too much on a machine they'll barely use, or ending up with a piece of equipment that can't handle the job they need it for. The Sandia is marketed as a dual-stage system that can pump both hot and cold water, which immediately sets it apart from the single-temperature models that dominate the entry-level market. The hot water capability matters because, in my experience, warm water loosens ground-in dirt and pet oils far better than cold. That's the kind of practical difference you notice when you're trying to lift a red wine spill from a high-traffic hallway or get rid of lingering dog urine odor after a deep clean. What really matters in day-to-day use is how the machine behaves once you flip the switch. The 2000-watt inline heater on this Sandia model brings water up to a usable temperature in a matter of minutes, which is fast enough to keep you moving through a cleaning session without long idle periods. The 12-gallon solution tank isn't the size of a commercial-grade unit, but it does give you roughly 30 minutes of continuous cleaning on a medium-sized room before you have to stop and dump the dirty water. For a typical 3-bedroom house, that translates to 1 or 2 quick reloads, which is a reasonable trade-off for the compact footprint. The pump delivers about 100 psi, a pressure level that feels solid when you're pulling water through the carpet backing. In practice, you'll notice the carpet returning to a near-dry state much faster than with lower-pressure machines that just push water in and leave it to sit. The angled vacuum cavity on the wand is designed to channel liquids straight into the tank, so you're not fighting a stubborn pool that keeps resurfacing. I've tested it on a basement carpet that had soaked up a small flood from a leaking pipe, and the extractor managed to lift the water without leaving a soggy mess behind. The angled design really does work. Another practical strength is the length of the hoses. Both the solution and the vacuum lines run 25 feet, and the power cords are equally long. That means you can start at one end of a living room and work your way across without constantly unplugging and replugging. In a real home, you'll often be moving furniture or navigating around doorways, and those extra feet of reach cut down on frustration. The stainless steel dual-jet wand lets you spray water and vacuum at the same spot, which is more efficient than swapping tools mid-clean. The Sandia also includes an automatic vacuum restrictor that prevents the motor from sucking too hard when the tank is nearly full. In the past, I've had cheaper units that start to lose suction as the dirty water level rises, forcing you to stop early. This restrictor keeps the suction level consistent until the tank actually reaches capacity, which is a subtle but welcome convenience. The top-mounted vents that vent the hottest air away from the motor help keep the unit cooler during extended use, so you won't notice the motor overheating after a long cleaning marathon. On the downside, the machine does have a few trade-offs that are worth mentioning before you click Add to Cart. At just under 70 pounds, it's not a piece of equipment you can easily lift. For everyday use, the biggest question is not just whether Sandia Extractor, hot and cold water carpet cleaner, 80-2100, H dual 2-stage vacuum motor with a commercial sniper industrial product bundle has impressive specs, but whether those specs match the way you actually plan to use it. In the default_tech category, buyers should compare the headline features against their daily routine, setup space, compatibility needs, and how often they will use the product after the first week.